Hello, everybody.
Hi, boys and girls and moms and dads. We're here, the third grade team, to talk to you a little bit about what you can expect for this year. As you can see, we all have our masks on. Just to remind you, we will be talking a little later, you need to have your mask. But we're going to take them off right now so you can see our faces and know what we look like. Excuse the hair, it's a long day, we're here in school. But each one of us are going to go over some points and talk to you just briefly. And just to let you know, we're all really excited to see you next year, or this year. Sorry, I'm a year behind. And we're looking forward to Tuesday. It's going to be an interesting ride this year, and we're all riding it together. So let's start with an interesting ride, talking about our reading. So Mrs. Hauer is going to talk to you about reading.
1 minute, Mrs. Hauer. Mrs. Hauer, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
There you be.
All righty. Hello, everyone. I'm Mrs. Hauer. I am a language arts teacher, and I will be teaching to Mrs. Furman and my homeroom. I wanted to introduce our new reading series. Storytown is no more. So this is our new reading series. It is called Into Reading. And what's great about this, there are 2 books. They're called My Book 1 and My Book 2. But what's great about it, it has awesome stories inside. We're so excited. But the best part is, we also will be writing in these books. So these will be, for everything we do, will be in our Into Reading books. We have, like I said, there are 2 books. You get to keep them forever and ever. Awesome stories you can read over and over again. We really, really like them. We're very, very happy with this new series. We're still learning how to use it, so you'll be finding out more information when we find out more information. And also there might be some extra papers that we add to it just to supplement and keep you right on target for heading on down to 4th grade. One other thing, you will be reading every night, 20 minutes. So that will be on your homework sheet. And just make sure that you do that every night because it is very important for you. All right, we're going to move on over to Mrs. Spots, who's going to talk about math.
Hi, guys. I'm Mrs. Spots, and I teach math and science and social studies. And I'll have my homeroom and Mrs. Stone's homeroom. And we do everyday math, and you guys are used to that. You've been doing that since kindergarten. In 3rd grade, you will all receive a lovely everyday math textbook that you can keep in your desk, or if you're going to do from home, you can take it home and use it as a resource. You will also be receiving a journal, just like you guys did in K1 and 2, where we'll do our work, on the inside. This year, we are also going to use our home links, but it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to send your home links home with you. So it'll come home with you, and it's actually going to stay at home. And when we tell you what home link you're going to do and you write it on your homework sheet, you'll tear it out at home and you'll do it. And so that's a little bit different. Normally we have you tear them out in school, but we're going to have them home this year. The other major thing that's really, really important in math in 3rd grade is your facts. And I know you've learned your facts in K1 and 2. So we'll start the year out by reviewing addition and subtraction facts. And then in 3rd grade, it's awesome. We learn multiplication and division facts, and you master, hopefully, those as well. There will be homework with that most nights. But we're going to ask, and Mrs. Stone's going to talk about this a little bit later, or somebody is, I think it's Miss Stone, about homework, that you're going to do it and leave it at home. And we're going to ask the parents to kind of check it instead of it coming back and forth with everything going on. But we're super, super excited about math. And if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to one of the math teachers. Now, we're going to head to Mrs. Furman, and she's going to talk about science.
Okay, hello, I'm Mrs. Furman, and I also teach math, science, and social studies. So I'll teach my class and Mrs. Hauer's class. So I'm going to talk about science. So this is our science book. You will have a science book and a Pennsylvania book that Mrs. Madden will speak about. You will only ever need one of these books at one time. So when we're doing science, you need this book. Then when we switch to the Pennsylvania, you'll use that book. So in this book, we'll do the solar system and the human body. We will have vocab, we'll have study guides, we'll have worksheets. It will be different than 2nd grade. It's a step up, it's a little harder. There'll be vocab to study, and we'll be on the same chapter 2 to 3 weeks before you have a test, and you'll have plenty of notice before a test. Okay, but we do a lot of fun stuff in 3rd grade. So now I'll switch to Mrs. Madden to talk about the Pennsylvania book and social studies.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Madden, and I teach all of the subjects. My class doesn't switch, but you all will pass by my class when you first walk in the day, because you'll come down the steps and you'll have to pass by me. So I will get to see each and every one of you, and I put a joke of the day, or joke of the week, by the copy machine. So make sure you check that out. And I will post it virtually also for those of you that are home. Just like Mrs. Furman said, I'm going to talk to you about social studies, and we have a Pennsylvania book. We're short some Pennsylvania books, so we haven't quite figured out exactly what we're going to do with the whole book thing yet. We're working on it. That's what it looks like. Thank you, Mrs. Furman. I just have, I don't have enough, but we'll figure it out. By the time we get to social studies, we'll figure it out. But we are going to study Pennsylvania, and it's so exciting. You're going to love it. And over the years, we've had a lot of kids say they visited Valley Forge, and we're going to talk about Valley Forge, or we talk about the Sturbridge Lion. Sorry, tongue-tied. And I had a student 2 years ago who said they were there. So we talk about lots of cool things in Pennsylvania, and even around election time, we hold our very own election, which is so much fun. We all get to vote, and we're just going to have lots of fun. But I want to stress what Mrs. Furman said. It is different than the other grades. You'll have vocabulary this year, and you're going to have to study that on your own. We'll go over it in class, of course, but this is when we're going to learn how to study. And the biggest thing is that we all will give you a homework sheet, and you have to make sure you pay attention to that homework sheet. That maybe we haven't done social studies yet for the first couple weeks, or science. Just make sure you pay attention what's on the homework sheet. We always tell you what we're doing, and just look over it a little bit at a day, or a little bit at a time, every day, a little bit. So then you're not like cramming the night before. That's for high school. So, and I'm going to introduce Mrs.
Wait. I stop a minute. Before you go any farther, and I just thought of this, just so you are aware, boys and girls, as you saw, Mrs. Madden teaches all the subjects. Mrs. Hauer and Mrs. Furman share children. And just like they share children, Mrs. Spots and I share kids. She teaches math. I teach ELA, and we'll be switching. The teachers will be switching this year, not the kids. So I just wanted to interject that. So I apologize for the interjection. Mrs. Madden, continue with your introduction.
This is life, boys and girls. We are figuring it out as we go. So I'm going to introduce Mrs. Petro, who is way down the hallway, but some of you might know where her room is. I'm not sure where it is. Sometime maybe you'll get to show me. No, I'm kidding. I know where it is. But anyways, here is Mrs. Petro.
Hi, friends. I'm Mrs. Petro. I'm the learning support teacher, and I'm very, very happy and blessed to be assigned to third grade again this year. They are a really fun team to work with. Love these third grade teachers. There are certain children that I work with a lot, and they happen to this year be in Mrs. Hauer and Mrs. Furman's rooms. So those kids are going to get to know me a little bit more than the kids in the other rooms, but I try to get to know everybody. I wanted to talk to you today about just two things that are important this year that we didn't really do before. You all know that we've had water fountains in our building, and they've told us this year, just to be a little bit safer for our health, they're going to turn off the water fountain part and just turn on the bottle filler. So if that's the case, you know what you need to bring. You need to bring a water bottle to school this year. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. This is all I'm carrying. Please don't go out and spend a whole lot of money on a fancy schmancy water bottle, because you know sometimes these things accidentally get lost or they get left somewhere by accident, and I sure don't want anybody's mom or dad to be sad because they lose their water bottle. But so it can be anything. You can just have a cheapo like mine that I'll just keep refilling in our fancy water bottle filler, or you can have one that you got free from something, whatever, okay? But you will definitely need to have a water bottle because you'll get thirsty and you'll want to fill up your bottle. The other thing I want to talk to you about is we're asking parents to send in just in a Walmart or a shopping bag, a towel. It doesn't need to be a fancy beach towel. It can be any kind of towel that your child would like to sit on to keep here at school. If you could label the plastic bag, that'd be even better. We'll keep it for a week. We'll use it to sit on here and there, sometimes maybe in the room, sometimes maybe in the hall, sometimes maybe, hopefully with the weather nice, maybe we can sit outside and read and do some work and get some fresh air, or maybe a mask break. So we'll be sending those towels home so that they can be laundered, because obviously we want to wash the germs out. And just so you know, your child's towel will only be used for your child's, but we'll still send it home in that bag once a week to be laundered. Okay. And I think that's all. Back to Mrs. Stone.
Yes, back to me. And on that note, Mrs. Spade asked us to tell you, please bring a change of clothes for your child, because every now and then if it's muddy, they fall and they get all muddy, or maybe they get sick on it and they need something to clean up. She is not going to be giving clothes this year because of COVID. Everything has to be, you know, we have to make sure we're safe. So please, 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 again, in another separate bag. They can keep that even in their backpack. It doesn't have to be, or if they want to put it in their cubby to keep here all the time, just another change of clothes. You know, underwear, shorts, t-shirt, just something they could change into if necessary. All right. Okay, my next thing to talk to you about is this. We need to wear our masks. I don't know if you've heard what the wolf, the governor said. Governor Wolf said, but we have to wear masks at all time in school. So I'm suggesting that you wear one and bring an extra one, because guaranteed, we've been here all day long and we know what it's like. By lunchtime, they get kind of gross. So I might suggest, if with your child, if you have cloth ones especially, send one that they're wearing and bring another one, okay? They are definitely a must, and we'll be working and talking about maybe being superheroes or something, you know, with our masks on. Also, snacks this year. You are responsible for your own snack. Unfortunately, teachers cannot give you snacks like we have in the past. So if you come without a snack, you're not going to have a snack that day. We can't share. So make sure that you pack a snack in the morning. We have one snack time, and that's around 9:30ish, because our lunch is like 11:55. That's a long time from when you ate breakfast to lunch. So we try to get a snack in there at 9:30. So send in a snack. Oh, this one breaks my heart. No birthday treats. I love chocolate. I love my sweets, but unfortunately, again, we can't share. So please, please, please make sure that you do not send in a birthday treat. We'll celebrate birthday. We'll wish them happy birthday.
We're still going to celebrate. Yeah.
But we can't have a treat. Let's see. Recess this year. Recess is 6 feet apart. They're going to have to stay in their own classroom, so they really can't play with anybody. So we're suggesting if they have maybe jump ropes or bubbles or their own chalk, sidewalk chalk, we can go out to where there's some sidewalk and they can draw, or even if they have their own ball, like a small ball they want to play with, but they can't play with other people. Start thinking on that lines. We're trying to come up with different activities we can do 6 feet apart. We had suggested noodles, but we were kind of concerned about that because we thought maybe they'd start using them in other ways that maybe wouldn't be appropriate. Yes. So if you can help us out there by sending in something that can fit in their backpack, something for them to do at recess outside. We're going to try to get them outside as much as possible, just so you're aware of that. Because we have to wear masks all day long, they're going to need breaks. And we're going to need breaks. And we're going to need that fresh air and vitamin C or D. So make sure that they're always prepared for outside. Whether your child might need sunscreen, maybe they need, make sure they have sneakers on. Think about being outside. Also, homework. We all touched on homework, okay? There is no homework this year per se. We're calling it practice. We're still sending work home, and it's on the honor system. We expect them to practice it. We do not want it back, okay, just because of the transfer from home to school. When Mrs. Hauer mentioned about the reading log and the homework sheet, we're so conditioned to say homework sheet, and we're so conditioned to say, you know, reading log. It is going to be a homework sheet. It's going to tell you the practice, and it'll also tell you the different things like tests and things that you may need. But on the back or on the front, there'll be a place for you to document how many hours or minutes or however that you've read. Hours, that would be me. But so you're going to document it on that, but we're not collecting it, just kind of on the honor system. And they can come in and tell us, like, oh, I read an hour last night. That's exciting. So let us know. Also, the typical Tiger folder, it's not here this year. So we are getting folders, all different colors like this. It'll be marked on here, homework folder. We'll do our own thing. There'll be yellow, there could be blue, there could be green, but they're like these poly folders. They're plastic. We think they'll last longer. There was a mix-up with our typical Tiger folder. So when we say Tiger for homework, we'll say go home folder. This is what we'll mean. All right. Mrs. Madden, I think you were going to share something with our class, or not with them, or?
Is it this?
Yeah, it's that.
Yes, I forgot to mention this. My class especially is going to be peanut free. Okay, so we're going to have to check our snacks before you come into the classroom in the morning. We cannot have any kind of peanut snacks. And this is new to me too. We're just going to have to read the packaging. Mrs. Spade and Mrs. McGinley taught me how to do it, but just make sure you check your snacks before you bring them in, because if you bring in a snack that was made in a peanut factory or something like that, you won't be able to bring it in our class. We're going to hang them outside. My teacher friends are going to help me explain that, because this is the first year that I get to be so lucky and have a peanut-free class. So that's just very important. We want to stay safe for our friends.
Very good. All right. Guys, can you think of anything else we need to share?
Third grade is the best grade ever.
It is. We're the bomb.
So, I mean, I don't know if anybody said that yet, but I think that needs to go out there.
Well, I
Don't
think
tell the other kids in your house if you have other kids.
Yeah.
But third grade is
Let
the
them
best.
get excited if they're younger, because they can be excited to have us. But
Well,
also too, guys, this is going to be a new year for all of us. We are changing every day. Something new's coming up. We all have to be flexible. Parents has to be flexible. You guys, oh my goodness, you never know what the day could bring. It's going to be different and new, but we promise we're going to try to make it as exciting and fun for you as possible. Even with these on.
It's like a fun new adventure that we're on together.
Right.
That's right.
All right. So on Tuesday, we'll be seeing you first thing in the morning. Be there or be square. All right. Thank you very much. Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Bye. See you
Bye.
soon.
See you Tuesday.
Bye.
Soon.